Hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm doing Capricorn's April Love 2020 reading. And if you do like my videos, feel free to like, share, subscribe, okay? Now, the first card that I have is the King of Gems. So the King of Gems is a guy, he's pretty well-rounded. Like he has money, he might have notoriety, he might have a happy family. And I guess he even takes time to enjoy the little things in life. In earth energy, he's like an earth sign. This could represent a Taurus person. So as the King of Pentacles, he obviously is wealthy. I already kind of mentioned that. So this is Capricorn's reading. It's earth sign energy. So even though that may be Taurus's energy, it may be reflecting your energy, Capricorn. So Capricorn, you are trying to manifest something. So we have next to this card the High Priestess. You're using your intuition to figure out what you want to manifest, okay? Now, it might seem to me as if, as the King of Pentacles, you almost practically have almost everything. Now, the King of Pentacles could technically be married, but he doesn't have to be. It depends on your personal situation. And I have to sneeze, I think, almost. Okay, never mind. So anyway, it seemed like this King of Gems has everything. Sometimes if you have money and you maybe have a happy family, well, I already know what he's trying to manifest. That's why I'm kind of bringing it up. So it seems like he has everything, but apparently he really doesn't. Because when he used his intuition to figure out what he wanted to manifest to make his life feel better, he suddenly decided that he needed a lover. So I don't know what's going on in his mind, but I guess whatever he had at home wasn't good enough for him, so he decided to get a lover, and he was so into that person, like maybe perhaps he's claiming that person and he's really, really into that person, okay? So, you know what? Actually, let me think about it. He got a lover, and so I'm gonna turn it around. He got a lover, but still decided to keep his wife, okay? It all depends on how I look at that card. So, well, when he's dealing with his wife, he has this Two of Roses reversed. This is a card of crossroads. Like, what's going on is that, and by the way, when I was saying twin flames in other readings, like I was saying that was either a spouse or a twin flame, it may not be twin flame, it may be a soulmate, okay? So in this case, with this card, he found a lover perhaps because his spouse was not an equal match in energy, maybe because for some reason we're uniting similar energies. I think it's soulmates. People like to say twin flames, but the twin flame energy to me is not really a good energy because you have a runner and a chaser, and when people say opposites attract, even if they did attract, would they stay together? So with the twin flame energy, I think that's tricky. But when it comes to the soulmate may perhaps be a good union for you to go into because it's like that's your other half, okay? So that's probably a good energy. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that this King of Gems is looking for a similar energied partner, somebody that he can feel like I'm with my people, I'm with my other half, I feel good, you know? Sometimes when we are with opposite energies, sometimes they like to criticize and judge us and they don't fully understand us or appreciate us. So maybe perhaps that's why we have similar energies coming together lately. So, as I stated, the crossroads card here is like, do I want to deal with something old, like a past partner or a current partner, or do I want to find someone new? So this king is trying to figure it out, and I wasn't sure what was going on here. So when I clarified, I got the happy family card. So I was trying to figure out, was it his wife or was it his lover that he was choosing to claim or possess? Or, sometimes when I see the cards, I see them in different ways. So maybe I missed the point. But anyway, it's just verifying that it is his spouse that he seems to be unequally yoked with. And so we have the Justice in the reverse here. What does that mean? It kind of means, I don't know if it could mean he wants somebody similar, but at the moment he's still dealing with the unequal energy. I apologize if I sound. He's dealing with the unequal energy of his spouse, maybe because of commitments or something like that. It's justice in the reverse. It kind of depends on how you want to see it, but maybe perhaps he feels like it is an. I'm sorry that I'm stumbling. This is Mercury retrograde. He wants an equal partner. He's maybe staying in his commitment because he feels like it's the right thing to do, but it may feel like an injustice to him. So the next card here is the Three of Wings reversed. So he's trying to heal from a sorrowful situation, heal from heartbreak. I'm not sure. I didn't really look to see what was the injustice, because maybe his spouse cheated on him or something like that, and that could be the injustice explained better. But I think what is going on is it has to do with energies not being similar. It's like you're joined with this person and this person can never see the good in you. And how can you have a happily ever after with a person who can't appreciate you for who you are? So I think that's what's going on in his mind. So the next card here is the Ten of Gems reversed. It has something to do with his wealth. He's recovering from an injustice within his, finances. And let me see. So I'm not sure if that is explaining what is the unequal part of the relationship. Like if he's in a marriage, if he's the masculine, maybe perhaps he has a wife who's taking care of the children, so she may not have time to earn income, and maybe perhaps that's what he's seeing that is what he is seeing as the injustice. It is a financial injustice that he's seeing. I don't know how he is healing from that heartbreak. I don't know. And you know what? I never really understood men when I was younger. So I didn't really understand, like, when I was growing up, it seemed like genders had certain roles. So it kind of seems weird because I thought that men would be proud to be men and to be having a family to take care of. But then actually when I started to raise a family, sometimes I realized that men can kind of be jealous. I'm not saying that to be funny, but it's kind of weird because it's almost like the men could be jealous that one partner gets to stay home, but they don't realize staying home and taking care of the children is a big job because children make lots of messes. They keep the mother busy. Everybody used to say back in the day, well, if you have like a certain number of children, we know you're super busy. That was understood. And now today it's being overlooked as if it's not a job. And so I find that kind of strange. But in this situation, the King of Pentacles, it says King of Gems, but he's a King of Pentacles. He is thinking that there's some type of injustice financially in regard to his marriage. And so here we have the possible marriage partner here. So this is the Princess of Roses, okay? Now I want you to take a look here. You see we have a King of Gems, okay? King maybe being in maturity. King could be in energy. So here he has achieved much wealth and status, whereas here we have a princess, okay? So there could be a literal age difference, or there could be a maturity difference, okay? So this princess is in the reverse. Maybe perhaps she is a young person and she's not mature enough to handle the responsibilities as this masculine would like her to, okay? But I'm going to put down the masculine here. And then I'm going to further explain. So this Princess of Roses in the reverse, she's overly playful. I kind of saw her, it doesn't matter for this reading maybe. Is this the lover or is this the wife? It's probably the wife, since it seems like we were talking about the happy family situation, or pretty much the family household situation. So the energy of this young woman is that she's not really mature enough for relationships, so she's still learning how things work. Another thing I've kind of noticed is that it is kind of strange. Sometimes people can be sensitive and offended easily. And so in my mind as a younger female, I didn't understand. Like I would think if I hang around girls will get offended easily or jealous easily. And then I would think that men maybe would be stronger and not get their feelings hurt so easily. And, that kind of thing. But then I kind of realized that on both sides, whether it's masculine or feminine, in all honesty, you can't really predict just because it's a man that he won't get offended easily. So the example that I'm giving, this young lady could say something to this king, okay? So if she says something to this king, you would think this big strong man wouldn't get offended. But she could have said something very innocently to him and he could have gotten offended and then taken it out on her in some type of sneaky way. Now, I'm not saying that this king of gems is like that, kind of like playing the mind games. I'm not saying that he's like that, but I'm saying as a young woman, I didn't understand that. I don't know if I should say men have feelings too. It's just that maybe perhaps I grew up in an age where um, it seemed like men were kind of strong and that they didn't get their feelings hurt so easily. So I always thought I could offend a female easier. And with the male, I thought that I couldn't offend a male as easily. Okay. So maybe that's an error in what I was thinking. However, in this case, this young woman could very easily be offending this masculine here. And I don't know if it's something with youth. Like, I don't really know. I think times have changed and people's perceptions of what's normal has changed. So I'm just saying, if she's younger than him, she may not fully understand how to deal with a man, and he may not understand her way of thinking. So I don't know for this relationship if the unequally yoked situation is only financial or if it has to do with generational wisdom. Okay, but here I can only tell you that this young woman is not mature enough for a stable relationship. Okay, so I'm going to put down the card. So the last card, court card that we saw was the young woman. Okay, so this princess has a downturn in luck. Why? Because apparently her masculine feels like she is not mature enough financially to be in a relationship with him. So I'm not sure if now we're working with this young lady's energy. So I'm going to go from there, okay? So her look takes a downward spin. And then we have the Two of Gems reversed. And it's a card of change. So here it has something to do with responsibilities. As we stated already, there's a very likely, I can't say my words. I apologize. Okay. There's likely a chance that she has been, at least according to the masculine, irresponsible in some way, and it's affecting her relationship with him or how he sees her. And so now we have the Nine of Roses, which is a card of habits. So I'm not sure if the Princess of Roses is going to change her behavior to make the king feel more like she is his equal. Okay? So let me look and see if that's what's happening. So we have the Seven of Gems. The Seven of Gems is a card of frustration. Maybe perhaps it's frustration about money. It's a card about work. Okay, it's the Seven of Pentacles card. So I'm not sure if the Princess of Roses is seeking to find work. Okay, so the next card that we have is the Ace of Wings. So she is speaking her truth about the situation, okay? Normally this card means victory. So something she says has the impact on the situation. Now, I'm not sure if we're talking about in a job interview or with the King of Pentacles who may be her spouse. So the next card is the Five of Roses, and this is a card of competition. This is a card of arguments. So it almost seems like the princess says something, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, this is not generational. Like, if you meet younger me is not as wise as me at this moment in time, okay? But these people, they're still in 2020, okay? But one has a different age. Like, what if past me when I was 20 faces me at this age, you know? So it's kind of like that. This might be a generational gap. And so wisdom might be lacking in between the two, or at least on some party. So I actually can't remember she said something to him. He may have gotten mad and it started an argument. So I don't know what happened here, but now she is in the Princess of Gems position. So I'm going to put down the masculine and see what that means. So she went from kind of being immature, being out on the street, hanging out, playing around, socializing, flirting, maybe being promiscuous. And now all of a sudden, she at least is acting like she's aware that money is important. So now she may be trying to get serious about her money. This is the Page of Pentacles here. So it's kind of like there's good news about money. She may not know how to attain money yet, but she's on the path to seek that out. So she's gaining some more maturity to catch up to her masculine. So now we have the Four of Roses. The Four of Roses here is a card of respect. So this has to do with, it seems like there could be a possibility of a good marriage going on here. This is the Four of Wands card. So anyway, basically, it's about stability. So I'm guessing that because she has put on her financial, she's gotten her mind in order in regard to finances. Like, hey, finances are important to my King of Gems. He may be wealthy, but he still wants me to help earn money in some way, shape, or form, okay? She understands that now. Therefore, she's trying to, maybe she's going to school or doing something else to gain a footing in her career. So again, it's helping her home life to be more stable. And so she apparently, because this is for April, apparently she makes a big turnaround because this is the Queen of Roses here. This is the leader. So I'm not sure if I'm going to reread this one more time. The Ace of Wings here, like her speaking her truth, could be in an interview. And then this Five of Roses could have been a negotiation. So perhaps she was trying to get a job. And then as the Princess of Gems, perhaps she's starting to get money coming in. So once again, she's at Queen of Roses. So whatever she's doing, she may be really good at it. And this seems like it's pretty quick because this is April. This is just in 1 month's time. Excuse me. So it almost seemed like that at the last half of April, perhaps she starts looking, I don't know if she starts looking for a job at that point, but at some point, like during the middle of April, this ball starts rolling in the feminine, because I don't know who this is. Is the masculine Capricorn? Or is it the Princess of Roses? Because it seems like most of the storyline is about the Princess of Roses. So because I said that this could be a Taurian energy, this is either Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So it could be Capricorn's energy or not. And this Princess of Roses could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarian energy. And it doesn't have to be your sign. It could just be the energy that you're reflecting. So say, for instance, here she's a passionate princess, like a passionate young lady, okay, here. And then here she toned it down a bit. So instead of being passionate and flirty, she's being more like, I need to make some money. I need to go to school. I need to go to work. You know, she has a different mindset. So now, as the Queen of Roses now, she's achieving something in her career. Next, we have the Tower. We have the Tower reversed, okay? Like you're being pushed out of something for some reason because maybe it's not a good fit for you. So what did that mean? So we have the Five of Cups. So what does that mean? That means that we are looking at the cups that are not spilled over here. What do I have to live for? I know that maybe the past couple years I didn't meet your expectation, but what about now? What do I have to live for? Okay, looking at things from a different point of view here. So this is the Tower explained. So it's kind of like, I'm not sure if this is on top of her work, like now she's getting her work life together. So now is that being pushed down? Like you built a little sandcastle and then the waves knocked it down. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So she's looking at what she has left. As the Tower, some type of crisis is trying to stir the pot. And then it's in regard to this new start. So does that mean she's paying the new start attention? Okay, maybe perhaps she's paying her masculine attention. So the next card is the Six of Pentacles. So, you know what? This may not be about the masculine. This may be about her seeing what she has left. Say, for instance, if she wasted a couple years taking care of children, I'm not going to say it's wasted, but, you know, lost a couple years as far as career aspirations go. She's saying, okay, don't worry about that. I had a couple children. I wasted a little bit of time, but guess what? I still have a couple more years to get my career hat on and get myself pushed forward in my career. Okay. So this new start could be in her career. Okay. And so this Six of Pentacles could be maybe perhaps her getting her first paycheck. So I'm going to put these down and continue. So the Moon card, maybe there are secrets. Maybe all the information is not known. Okay, and because this is the Tower, I wonder if I have to clarify a clarifying card. I'm not sure. But there's some type of secret that's unknown. Let me see if the other cards will clarify it for us. So there's a King of Wands here, okay? The King of Wands is perhaps the boss. Maybe perhaps he runs his own business. Okay, and we're talking about career. So there's some type of secrets in regard to the business owner. Let me see what else is going on. Oh Lord. Okay, so the business owner is moving to calmer waters. Like it almost seemed like the business is closing down and moving to a different location or something. So it's almost like this Princess of Gems just got her foot in the door and now all of a sudden the business is inaccessible or something. I don't know. What if the business got shut down for some reason? So that is the Tower moment. It's kind of like I went one step forward and now wait, I don't know where I'm gonna go. Like, okay. So let's see what happens next. So we have the Nine of Shells. The Nine of Shells is a card of fulfillment. I wonder what does that mean? This is Nine of Cups. So whatever payment she did get for the work that she did do, she's feeling abundant or she's feeling like her dreams were fulfilled. Maybe perhaps that was her starter career to get her foot in the door so she would have references for other jobs. Okay. So now we have the Seven of Wings. The Seven of Wings is a card of opposition. It's kind of like my adversary card. Okay. So I wonder if this is taxes. I'm just trying to be funny. Okay. Let me see. So the adversarial card here, what's the bad news? The bad news is that she made the wrong investment. Like she applied for a job. She achieved the employment from the employer, right? But it was the wrong investment. Like it was the wrong employer. Had she chosen a different employer, perhaps the employer would still be running his business. Okay. So what that is saying is that this card stood for bad news. The bad news of the Tower knocking her down, although she was trying to build a little castle on the beach and can't build a castle on the beach because it's not going to stand. So she didn't know she was building on the beach. She didn't have the hindsight to know that or foresight to know that. So the next card here is the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of patience. It's basically saying now is not the right time. Now is not the right time to do what? To be non-traditional. Okay, maybe she was working. I saw the King of Wands there, so I thought he was the entrepreneur. He was the owner of the business. Okay, so it's saying now is not the right time to work for an entrepreneur. Maybe for this young woman. I don't know if this is I'm not really sure. But anyway, that's what it kind of seems like it's saying. And for some reason, my videos are shutting down at 23 minutes. Oh, wow. It's not shut down. That's great. Okay, so now we have the Sun card. The Sun card in the reverse means that she is feeling a little bit depressed or unsuccessful because she was trying to maybe prove something to her husband because maybe there was an argument between herself and her spouse. And so I don't know. It's kind of like she did make a move forward, but then kind of got put back. That may not be her fault, but the way that she's going to see the situation. So I really wonder if the young woman represents Capricorn's energy. But it could actually, because I recall doing a reading for you guys and you guys were learning how to overcome working on your own. You didn't know how to work on your own. So that's your energy. Your energy is it's not that you guys are females, but it's kind of like you're not ready yet. Like you go from being playful and happy and not thinking about work so much because maybe perhaps you were used to everybody else doing the work. And then you started to try to put your foot in the water, but you don't quite have it yet. You're not stable yet on your own. And then through life experiences, you're learning how to do your thing. We have the Nine of Gems, independence. So this is like the Nine of Pentacles. You're learning how to do your thing, which I guess is good, but you probably just got a wrong maybe you started off taking the wrong step, but at least you started, okay? At least you have a reference, so at least you guys are doing a little bit better than your last month's reading, okay? And I almost wonder if I'm talking to a group of younger Capricorns or just everybody is going through a tumultuous phase where whatever you were working on before got knocked and now you have to start over from scratch to some degree. So congratulations to you guys for at least achieving some movement in your career progression, okay? So if you like my videos, feel free to look through the playlist. If you go to the channel, the homepage of the channel, you can look through the playlist. There are many types of videos. You can also look in the description box, okay? So if you do need a personal reading, I did update that information. Feel free to look there, okay? Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.